So here's a second video on the Mercury 150 horsepower V6 gearbox, and in the previous video I showed how I got the crown nut or retainer nut out of the gearbox, and after the nut comes out you get this locking washer here with tabs on it to just lock the crown nut in place. So that all went reasonably well. So the reason I'm doing this is because of cracks that have developed in the gearbox. Bit difficult to see that one on there, another one on the other side, which is, I think, corrosion damage from the bearing carrier, where it has swelled up and split the casing of the gearbox. So I saw a video of these being pulled using a puller and strapping, webbing strapping, and them coming out with those. Well, I tried that, and that didn't work at all here. All I did was stretch the straps, and no sign of that hub carrier moving at all. So now I've rigged up something with this is a Johnson Evinrude flywheel, well, universal puller, which I mainly use for flywheels, but it also has attachments for pulling with threaded rods or bolts for pulling the Johnson and Evinrude hubs. And for some of the engines, some of the earlier engines, you can get cut out legs which go through these slots here and hook around the hub carrier down there. So sort of plates, really, sort of hook type plates. But here, as you can see, I'm using, I've rigged up a chain which has sort of worked reasonably well. I've got a lot of torque on it, as much torque as I could get with my ratchet spanner. Then moved on to this bar, which is a breaker bar, 600mm breaker bar, and was really putting a frightening amount of torque onto this nut here. This is the handle that comes with the Johnson Evinrude puller, and I've hurt my shoulder even on the end of this bar, so I really think I'm putting more torque through this thing than it's really capable of, and this hub carrier is not showing the slightest sign of moving. And I've got to the stage now where I could make stronger legs with perhaps threaded rods, or with some plates, some laser cut plates out of, say, sort of 10mm steel plate, or I could get a proprietary puller, but they look like they're about $400. They're quite expensive, and some of the guys say they actually managed to destroy them in the first use. So I think I've got to the stage with this gearbox that it's time to really give up on this gear casing. So I've got a couple of options, just to go out and try and get another second-hand gearbox that's not got the same corrosion damage this one has got, or give the job to a pro. And I think what they'll probably do, I've had a quote from a helpful guy who says he can do this. I guess they'll probably just break out this casing and put all the gears into another casing. So sadly, I think I was hoping that I was going to be able to pull out this hub, this bearing carrier, and get these cracks repaired, re-welded, but I don't think that's really going to work. So that's where I am with this one. Okay, bye now.